Hello, and welcome back to the channel. This is Orioles Today, where I am dropping brand new content on all things the Baltimore Orioles daily. It is off-season time, as I keep saying, and it is one of the most exciting times of the year. So much going on, not even just for the Orioles, but for all teams. Team options, player options, qualifying offers, new free agents coming to town. There is so much to get into, and I don't want to skip a beat. As always, I am Sean Ferguson, and again, I am dropping daily videos on all things Orioles. So please subscribe to the channel. By subscribing, you will get notifications for my daily uploads. And again, with so much going on, you don't want to miss a single video. I do appreciate all the new subscribers, all the views and comments to the channel. It really does mean a lot, guys. And please keep leaving comments down at the bottom. I will interact with you guys as much as I possibly can, and I appreciate all the feedback as well for what's going on with the Orioles and things you want to hear me touch on in future videos. I really do appreciate the support. And let's go ahead and get right into it, guys. The Orioles have made one thing clear so far this offseason, and that is they like the waiver wire. They so far are reuniting with guys they're familiar with, and they're also bringing in young talent that haven't panned out with other teams, and they continue to prove me right by saying that as they went ahead and they continued touching that waiver order, picking up Pedro Leon from the Houston Astros. They have not announced just yet, I might have missed it, but they have not announced just yet who they are going to kick out to make room for him. But he was brought out of Cuba to Houston back in 2021. They gave him a little signing bonus when he started. Big things were expected from him, but he has not panned out. He was bouncing around the minors for the most part, and the Astros have had enough, put him on the waiver wire, and the Orioles have decided to claim another. He is now a part of the Orioles and officially on the 40-man roster, but again, they have not said who they are releasing to make room for him. He has only 7 appearances in big league games since he was brought in by Houston again back in 2021. So this could be, hey, we'll see what you could do in spring training kind of addition, or hey, you're only 27 years old. Let's see if we can get that spark to finally catch fire. We'll see. But again, it's the same old. If you're an Orioles fan, you're waiting for that big splash, and they continue to hit that waiver wire and taking everyone's trash. Guys who have not panned out, let's see what we can do with it. It could be a defensive ad. Again, they just lost Carlson to free agency. They are not bringing him back, so that's another outfielder that they're looking for. But they could have easily gone for a bigger name than a guy who hasn't done anything in the big leagues at all, and they bring him on. So same old. It's frustrating, but as an Orioles fan, they're just going to keep doing that. They're going to keep doing the same thing of signing these guys to small offers, 1-year deals, and I'm hopeful they can surround them with better players, make a bigger splash, get guys that can make a difference. We all want this as O's fans, but Mike Elias is Mike Elias. We'll see if that changes at all with Rubenstein in there. With his next offseason under him, we'll see if he spends any real money or if he's just going to let Elias continue to collect these guys off their waiver wire. So we'll see. We'll see if anything happens with him. I don't think it will. I'm just kind of over it at this point. I'm tired of looking into Orioles news and saying, hey, this guy was claimed. Hey, this guy was claimed. It's just frustrating. I know I'm not the only one. Let me know what you guys think about bringing him on. And something that I've been seeing, and that is a bunch of these guys that the Orioles had last year are just getting re-signed. They traded away Kittredge to the Chicago Cubs. They traded for him back this offseason, which I thought was funny. They bring Inns back. They're bringing Jackson back, rather. So they're liking to bring these guys back that they're familiar with. Are they going to bring back a Zach Eflin or a Tomoyuki Sugano? They were in the rotation last year. They know them. Is Elias going to continue to do that? And something I have been seeing is, are they going to bring back some of these bats that they're familiar with? They're declining some of these options. Like I said, Carlson's gone. Jorge Mateo's $5.5 million deal, that was declined. He's going to be gone. So does that leave room for former Orioles to be reunited? And one of those guys is one of my favorite Orioles from the past 5 to 10 years. That's Ryan O'Hearn. He was traded to the Padres last year with Ramon Laureano. And I would love to see O'Hearn back. I would love that. He was such a good glue guy too, just like Santander was with this club. And He had one of his best seasons ever last year. He's only 32 years old as well. I know that's getting up there, but he batted .281 with 17 home runs and a career high 63 ribbies last year. He made his first career All-Star game. So happy for him. And I would love to see O'Hearn back. You're not going to have to break the bank to get the guy. I think you're going to have to spend between $10 to $15 million to grab him. So it's not like you're going to go out there, and I know in a video I touched on yesterday, you're not going to have to spend Pete Alonso money to get the guy. But know what you're getting as well. You're not going to get a guy hitting between 35 and 40 home runs a year. He's going to get you to between 15 and 20, but he's going to be a consistent bat, and he's not going to be a defensive liability. He's going to be strong there over first base when you need him, especially since Kobe Mayo, in my opinion, just is what it is. I would love to see O'Hearn back, and I definitely think that's a possibility. He is right now in limbo with the Padres and is set to become a free agent. So bring him back. And that not just him. He's not the only one. There's another former Oriole that I would love to see possibly make his return, and we'll see how you guys feel about this. But Austin Hayes, he has had his option declined by the Cincinnati Reds. He's a guy who batted .266 with 15 home runs last year in his lone season in Cincinnati. He did have some injury issues, but he did play over 100 games, which I know there's a lot of the Orioles this year who did not hit triple digits in games played. He at least appeared in over 100, and when he was there, he was very consistent. He was one of the better offensive bats for Cincinnati last year. So could we have an Austin Hayes reunion? Again, Carlson's gone. They need another guy in the outfield. They just got Leon, but Leon's not proven. Hayes is. He's familiar with the franchise, and if the Orioles right now are going the route of bringing guys back that they're familiar with, why not Austin Hayes? Tell me what you guys think about Hayes coming back. And to touch on Leon too, back in the first topic that I touched on with Pedro Leon, is it kind of feels, and tell me what you guys think, it kind of feels that the Orioles are also, they could be doing this. I'm not saying they are. I would love this to be the case. They could be going the route of signing these guys to smaller deals, waiver wire guys that can just fill the needs of depth/defensive help, especially in the outfield. But could they be doing this because Samuel Basallo was just the beginning? That big contract extension to the guy in his first year, not even his first full year. Could they be trying to pave the way for other guys like a Henderson and a Rutschman? They're gonna have to spend that money unless they want to lose them to an AL East power like the Yankees or the Red Sox eventually here not that far down the road. So could they be doing that as well? I think that's definitely a possibility. I just don't see them going to get a big name. They should. The guys I've been talking about these last couple of videos, the Orioles definitely should be considering these guys, but could they be signing these smaller contracts because of bigger things to come with younger talent on the team already that they know that they're going to have to extend? It could be it. And like I said just a second ago, the Orioles should be spending money. Rubenstein has it, and everyone knows we have it. There's no reason that we can't come out of the cellar and spend money. We are the bottom of payroll every single year, but we now have a guy who keeps saying there's no restrictions and he's not afraid to spend it. Is he going to stick to that? Because there's one obvious guy out there the Orioles could just put in there and will make the world of difference. And of course, I'm talking about Dylan Cease. Cease is a guy his deal is up, but he was offered a qualifying offer by San Diego. So that is going to be a little bit over $22 million, but he does have until November 18th to accept or decline it. If he accepts it, he's going back to San Diego. But if he does decline it, he will become a free agent. The only issue is whoever signs him. So if the Orioles are one of those teams that go after him and tries to sign him, they are not only going to have to part with cash, but they are going to have to part with draft compensation as well, as that is how those qualifying offers work. So I know I said it before, my mental mind is not there sometimes, but John Means isn't with the organization anymore. He's a guy I loved, but injury after injury, he was let go and signed with Cleveland last year and didn't throw a single pitch, but his option is up in the air with Cleveland right now. And again, he's another guy the Orioles familiar with. Can they bring him back? Means won't help. He's too injury riddled, and I fear that his career is just about over with one more injury. So you're looking at guys like Rogers. You're looking at a guy like Bradish. Those are going to be the top two of your rotation. Kramer's a back-end guy. How healthy is Tyler Wells going to be? Is Grayson Rodriguez ever going to pitch again? He's scaring me right now. I would love to see him back. Why not go get Dylan Cease? Go after him. You're going to have to drop a bucket load of money, around probably, I would guess, $35 million a year, just a rough estimate. But if your owner says he has it, go after him. Shake up the league. Shake up the AL East. You know, you have this young talent, but you got to have a nice power arm in there to really, like, this is our ace. If Trevor Rogers can be the guy he was last year, that would be a astounding 1-2-3 with Cease, Rogers, and Bradish. You can have Kramer fill out the back end with someone else, maybe a Tyler Wells. That would be phenomenal. That would change things in a heartbeat. That way you wouldn't have to worry about bringing back Sugano or Eflin on deals. You can have Cease in there. That would be tremendous. He's definitely a guy to keep an eye out for. I mean, he's coming off a down year. His ERA, I believe, was 4.55. He had an 8-12 record, but a change of scenery could turn that thing around in a heartbeat. And I know what you guys, some of you guys are going to say in the comments, there's no way they're going to get him. I have a better chance of hitting the lottery than us landing Cease, but crazier things have happened. I've said it a couple times already. I never thought we would go after and land Corbin Burnes in a trade. Why not? Go after Cease. Shake it up. That would be phenomenal. And speaking of the Brewers, again, I know that's an absolute long shot. One thing that isn't a long shot, that's another trade with Milwaukee. Now, a couple of years ago, we landed Corbin Burnes. He was absolutely terrific when he was with us, but we didn't shell out the money to keep him. And I just kind of honestly think he didn't want to be in Baltimore anymore anyway, which, hey, it is what it is. But one guy the O's could go get in a trade, as that is Mike Elias's MO. He doesn't like to spend big free agents, but he does like to trade. And one big name that I know a lot of people have been talking about, the rumor mill's been going crazy with it, and I've even seen some of you guys talk about that as well, is Freddy Peralta. Freddy Peralta, what a year he had last year. I think he went 17-6 with a 2.70 ERA, and we're just a few years turned away from the Corbin Burnes trade. Elias has relations with that organization now. See what you can do. You have the farm system talent to go get a guy like that. You absolutely do. You would have to give up a lot to go get him, most likely. A lot. But if the O's have any opportunity of a bounce back year and you're not going to go get a guy like Dylan Cease, you still need one big arm in that rotation. If it is going to be a true turnaround year, take a chance. Go get a guy like Peralta. He was top 10 in most categories last year. And like I just said, we have the farm system to pull it off. He was 4th in wins, 7th in ERA. He was 9th in strikeouts and 13th in whip. And I mean, he was one of the best pitchers in the entire league, not just the National League. So do it. You finished 12 games below 500 last year. You have all the talent in the world. You need a couple veteran bats like I touched on, but you need pitching as well. You need the arms to go with a Bradish and a Rogers and a Wells and a Kramer. You need that force there as your ace. Take a shot. Go after Peralta. Why not? Tell me what you guys think about that. I know I saw some comments from a few days ago talking about that being Peralta being one of those names. So I know I'm going to have some of you disagree, agree, but I think it's worth a shot. Chances of Dylan Cease are not good, but there's a great chance for Freddy Peralta. All season is here, guys. It's so exciting. And again, I'm dropping these videos every single day on all things the Baltimore Orioles. I so much appreciate you guys tuning in to the channel. It truly means a lot. Please subscribe so you are getting these daily notifications on these daily drops as I'm going through everything that is coming in, rumor mill signings, everything that I can get my hands on. I'm filling you guys in as fast as I possibly can. Again, this is daily, and I appreciate you guys so much for tuning into the channel. This is Orioles Today. I am Sean Ferguson, and I will see you guys next time.